just found out that I'm not hot.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. That's exactly what every girl is looking for.
I dated 50 men in 3 years and it broke me, and this is everything I learned along the way. After so many failed dates, no, I don't think that I am the common denominator.
And just because it's two women, the connection is different. No, it isn't.
An obsession about female obedience.
I saw a woman make a TikTok the other day saying that there's never been a worse or more dangerous time for women to fall in love and get married and have kids.
Welcome to the channel. Before we get into it, I have a goal to get monetized before the end of the year.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Here's the thing, I can't do it without your help. And it's free 99, baby.
Hey man, it's a dang good old deal.
It costs you nada. Couple of seconds, hit that subscribe and go and hit that like button while you're at it too. Let's get into it.
So I just found out that I'm not hot. And this was based on a really humbling experience where I'm trying to get 4 men together to help me move a really heavy object from point A to point B. Not a far point A to point B either. And I can't do it. It can't be done. I'm in hell. I've tried for days, texting every man I know. Can you please come help me move this heavy thing? It's a piece of granite, by the way. I think we can use that as a gauge. Number 1, can you get a group of men to help you move a heavy object from point A to point B? Number 2, how far can you get them to move it? Because what I need is a piece of granite moved about 15 feet. Cannot gather 4 men to do that. Oh, I can't. I'm going to be hung over that day. Oh, I can't. Football is on. Wah. Number 1, they don't make men like they used to. Because how come nobody wants to be helpful?
She hurried up and started pointing a finger. How is it a man's fault that you're such a terrible person? You can't get 4 people to come over there and help you out. And these are your friends. These are in your contacts. Man, you didn't even offer to pay them. You didn't make a sandwich. Say, hey, come on over. We're having this moving party. You are not a good person. That is the gauge. Oh, man. These are the type of people that wouldn't even spit on you if you were on fire. You might want to reevaluate your situation. Let's see what some of this other humble pie is talking about.
Little helpless old me? You want me to pick up the granite slab? Why? You're not being helpful. Number 2, I need to level up.
I'm sorry, but this is not telling of how hot you are. This is telling of how many men that you've placed in your friend zone. And it sounds like they all exited themselves without you even realizing. Because if you think that men are just going to give all of that effort, all of that time just because you're attractive and you're literally just sitting there and you're not reciprocating anything back, they are over that. They would rather have a true friend that they're putting effort towards, or they'd rather have somebody that's wanting to be in a real relationship with them. It's that simple. Stop trying to expect things from men when you're giving them literally nothing back.
You know what's actually so hilarious? Just so comical. Is if you tell somebody, oh my gosh, my boyfriend, he doesn't look at any other girl sexually. He's literally kind to everybody. He doesn't watch porn. He's never slept with any other girls. He's not a player. He's grateful for literally everything. He's a man, like he's masculine. He protects me. I never have to question if he's going to be loyal or not. I never have to question if he'll take charge. He wants kids and he'll be the best dad ever.
Goodness gracious. I don't know what she's going to say at the end, but even I'm getting tired of hearing about this dude. Spit it out.
His only focus will be his family. I never have to ask him to do anything. He'll just do it. He wants me to be the only person he makes love with in his entire life. He's not following a bunch of naked models on Instagram. He's an amazing man. Everyone, every single girl will be like, where did you find him? Who is this guy? That's exactly what I'm looking for. That's exactly what every girl is looking for. And then the moment you say, oh, he's Christian. Oh, he believes in God. He prays with me. He prays for me. He believes in something greater than him. He believes in Jesus. Then all of a sudden it's, oh, or stop forcing your faith on me. Okay.
I mean, you're going to get the same response if you just tell them, hey, it's that nice guy that's in your DMs. That's who it is. They don't want to hear it.
I dated 50 men in 3 years and it broke me, and this is everything I learned along the way. Number 1, never give second chances. Men know how to behave and they know that they are treating you poorly. No man has ever shown me that it was worth giving him a second chance. If someone is your person, they will do things right the first time. Number 2, leave in silence. I used to get really pissed off at how poorly I was being treated by guys, and I would write paragraph after paragraph telling these men about themselves. But never once did they fucking care. It never made them take a long, hard look at their actions and their behaviours because, as I said before, men know what they're doing. You'll just come across as overly emotional. He'll get a massive ego boost because he knows you care deeply and that he's really upset you. And he might even ghost you and not even reply. Even worse, he might laugh at the messages with his friends. Dating got so much better when I learned to reward bad behaviour with my silence and my absence, and I started walking away with my dignity intact and my head held high. You'll never regret saying nothing about how somebody treated you, but I definitely think you can regret saying too much. Number 3, do not believe his words or his actions. Few men in the dating pool are actually honest and upfront, and since talk is cheap, we're taught to ignore his words and pay attention to his actions. Do you know what, ladies? Men have cottoned on to this now. In 2024, these men are doing the most with their actions in order to get what they want from you. So this is what you do instead. Observe his actions, listen to his words, and believe whichever one is worse. Oh, and never believe anything that a man says before the first 3 to 4 months of dating, since it takes at least that long for a person to reveal their true character.
But you get a more positive outlook on life. Stop being so pessimistic. Did you guys do the math on that one? She said she dated over 50 guys in 3 years. That's over a guy a month. That's over 15 guys per year. Yeah, tell us more about how the guys were the problem. Okay.
After so many failed dates, no, I don't think that I am the common denominator. Anyone who has dated in the last few years will tell you how fucking hard it is, what a shit show it is, and how it has become near on impossible to find someone that you can spend your life with. The majority of the men that I met told me that they wanted relationships, only down the line for me to find out they only wanted something casual. A lot of the men were emotionally unavailable, had extremely poor communication, would lie, would ghost, would breadcrumb, were dating multiple women at a time, would behave outright fucking poorly on dates. And of the 50, only 4 of those men were good, genuine guys who actually wanted a relationship. But unfortunately, there was no spark or attraction with them. So apart from one of the nice guys who I dated for a little bit too long because I was hoping the spark would come and it never did, and I probably wasted my time and his, I did not do anything wrong to these men. The vast majority of them were the issue.
All right, 50 guys, roughly about 10% she ended up liking, or they were nice guys, but big shocker, no spark, no chemistry. Nice guys finish last again, but you don't see how you're the common denominator? You're not the issue, it's all of these men? Okay, who chose those men? Oh, all right, okay.
A lot of lesbian relationships are going sour because a lot of you are still dating as if you're 21 fucking years old. A lot of you have never grown. You're stunted. And you are still doing the same shit that we used to do when we were young fucking gays and we did not have an understanding. Y'all are still moving in with people that you barely fucking know, and that isn't okay. It isn't. It is not. To move this lady into your house, to move into this lady's house, to move across the country, to do all of that with somebody you barely know, that shit is not okay. And just because it's 2 women, the connection is different. No, it isn't. It's not okay. The shit is weird. Being extremely codependent. I cannot tell you how many women I have dated where I feel like they have tried to make me their mother. And we need to talk about that too. A lot of you are looking for the love in women and your partners that your mom did not fucking give you. You're never gonna find that. I am done with it, baby. If y'all not lying or cheating, you got a wife, you got a girlfriend, you're hiding some damn body. I don't got time for it. Baby, I have hung up my cleats.
She says she's done. That's all new information to me, but it's interesting to see how women are the problem, even when they're dating other women. I think they're the problem when we're dating as well. When she say she hanging up her cleats, that means you coming back over here to our side, baby. You coming back over with us? Come on over here. The water's warm. We'll welcome you with open arms. Come on back.
A culture fixated on female thinness is not an obsession about female beauty, but an obsession about female obedience. Dieting is the most potent political sedative in history. A quietly mad population is a tractable one. That is Naomi Wolf. This is a quote I read in The Body Is Not an Apology. And I actually saw another TikTok talking about how they want us focused on our appearance right now. They want us to be worried about staying thin. They want us to be obsessed with picking apart our bodies. They want our attention distracted. They want our attention focused on perfecting our physical bodies, whereas right now there are so many more pressing issues, and this is one of the ways that society keeps women distracted, because they know we have fucking loud voices. They know we have opinions. They know we have the ability to change the world, but they don't want us doing that because they want to maintain the status quo. So if anything is going to help you on your body image healing journey, is that society and patriarchal values want women to stay thin. They want us to be almost childlike, be almost, docile. They want us distracted and focused on our bodies right now. Take up your space right now. Take up space. If any time is the time to take up space, it is now.
Oh my God. Who is they? That's what I want to know. Who is they? Who is they? Who are you talking about, ma'am? I don't know. The they that I know wants you to be dumb, obedient, and fat. Because you could just look at the entertainment and the junk that we're being fed, either visually or fed physically. Look all the stuff that we put in our food. They don't want you to be thin. Shameful that you should want to be healthy. Thin generally means that you're going to be healthier. It's not this big conspiracy. You should eat the right things. And if you're looking better, then maybe you're feeling better, right? God. Whew.
I saw a woman make a TikTok the other day saying that there's never been a worse or more dangerous time for women to fall in love and get married and have kids. And she's absolutely right.
Dangerous. It's dangerous out there. These mean streets of these inner cities. It's dangerous to fall in love and get married. Do these words even make sense? They shouldn't be in the same sentence. Dangerous to fall in love. Dangerous to get married and have a partner. All right, let's see how she pieces it together.
Do y'all realize that we have states that are trying to overturn no-fault divorce? Meaning that, like, right now, if you want to go to divorce, you can basically get one. It's going to take a while, but you can still do it. They overturned no-fault divorce, and it is going to be nearly impossible for you to divorce that man. And so you call yourself in love, you think y'all gonna be together forever, y'all get married, and he completely switches, as a lot of men do. He starts showing who he really is. All those red flags that you accidentally ignored are glaring right in your face, and it's not gonna be nothing you can do about it. That's your man forever. You're stuck.
So the issue is the person that you stood up in front of, more than likely your family and friends, you said you were gonna be that person till death do us part. There's an issue that somebody is trying to make it a little bit harder for you to get out of you saying that you're going to be with this person forever. Yeah, I see the issue too.
We also have states that are literally taking reproductive rights away from us left and right, willy-nilly. Reproductive rights that could literally save your life. They want to take them away from you, and they're not playing. I could go into more details, but I'm not trying to scare everybody. My only point is to say, if you are a woman, especially if you are a black or brown woman, you need to be voting. People love to get on here and talk about how voting is not that important and it don't matter because of blah, 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 blah. Baby, you know who is going to be voting, who not going to miss voting day? The people who are trying to take away your rights, they're going to be there bright and early, and you need to make sure that you're right there with them. This Project 2025 stuff is not a joke. It's they're not playing with y'all. They are trying their absolute hardest to take this country as far back as they can. And I don't know about y'all, but that's not what I'm trying to do, baby. I got plans, I got goals, I got a life to live. Tomorrow is the last day to register to vote. So please call your local polling places, whatever you need to do, register to vote. And when voting day comes, make sure you find yourself in that booth, okay?
Okay. I didn't know this was going to take such a turn. Whatever political views you have at it. You have a right to vote, exercise that right. Go back and forth. But what I want to point out is, you see how she sandwiched that agenda in between two different things? What does the women's right to her body have to do with the most dangerous time to fall in love and get married? She said one little point and then boop. We have such a short attention span, we didn't even figure it out. Now I'm triggered because, she wants to do 2025 and Hey, come on, man, stay focused. Well, she didn't even remember what she was talking about. But I'm pretty sure she got the attention that she wanted.
I'm noticing a trend of influencers that were living a sinful lifestyle now turning to God and Christianity and finding a new faith in that and moving away from their old lives. One thing I want to make very clear in this video is that I'm not judging any of these women. I will never judge people who try different things, do different things to better themselves, to find themselves in life, even if it comes off as disingenuous. As long as they are trying new things, I am all for it. At the same time, I can recognize that spirituality is becoming a thing of where people can make money, figuring out different ways how to talk to your followers, to make money, whether it's selling a course, selling some type of item.
You just now figuring that out? I mean, here in the States, the church doesn't even pay taxes. They have mega churches. We got some pastors that would get up there and say, hey, God told me I need this $65 million plane. You heard me right. $65 million plane, and got it. But now all of a sudden the church making money. All right, keep continuing.
And one thing I want to add for people who follow people like this is to be careful. Be careful of these people because they might be doing it for the wrong reasons. And one thing I want to add about spirituality and my journey is that when it comes to spirituality, when you're finding yourself in the beginning of it, you don't know yourself. And it's not just like a 6-month thing or a year thing. You're still trying to figure out who you are, what your relationship is like with God. So a lot of times when you're going through this, you don't want to come online and try to teach people how to be spiritual, how to have a relationship with God, because you are still finding yourself.
People have the right to try to better themselves, whether it's mentally, spiritually, physically. And you also have the right to hit that subscribe button on your way out. I'll catch you on the next one.